Finn the Great Western. The Fat Controller's railway is very busy. Lots of engines love coming to the island of Sodor. One day the railway was really busy. There was quite a lot to do. At Brendan Docks, Salty was taking some trucks to the other railway. And James was showing lots of visitors all the splendid sights. Until one day when there were no trains available, lots of passengers would ride on Bertie the bus. Bertie would take lots of visitors around the island of Sodor. But the most important thing about the island of Sodor is Thomas's branch line. Thomas had lots of extra work to do, carrying passengers all around the railway. Later that afternoon, after such a busy day, Thomas was exhausted. Thomas was talking to Toby. Oh, so many passenger trains to take. Annie and Clarabelle were full of them. Looks like you did a job well done, Thomas. Well, a good night's rest is all I need. Then a sad engine arrived at the shed. It was Duck. Thomas had never seen Duck sad before. Duck was crying. What's the matter, Duck? Oh, it's my twin. You mean Finn? Yes. Finn said that tomorrow he's got to go back to his other railway. What railway? Finn told me that he comes from another railway called Britland. The island of Britland is right near Sodor. Finn will be returning tomorrow. I'm sure he'll come back to visit you, Duck. I don't know, Thomas. Duck puffed sadly into the shed. Thomas and Toby felt very sorry for him. Later that afternoon, Duck wouldn't come out of the shed. Duck had a very special job to do, but he was too sad to do it, so the Fat Controller called for James. Then James arrived. The Fat Controller spoke to him. James, I got a very important job for you. I would like you to take Duck's coaches. Yes, sir. James was excited. Well, you better get going, James. The passengers are waiting. All right then, and James set off right away. The next day came. Duck was finally out of the shed. The Fat Controller spoke kindly to him. Duck, I know you're very sad that Finn's going back to his other railway. I know it hurts to say goodbye, but sometimes we have to put up with it. It's not easy to say goodbye, sir, went Duck. Finn is just an engine who I just met, and we both had a lot of catching up to do. But ever since Finn came to Sodor, you two did do a lot of catching up. Anyway, Finn said he'll come and see you before he goes. Yes, sir. When Duck was back at the shed, he was more sad than ever. Then he heard an engine coming. A green tank engine, the same shape as Duck, puffed into the shed. It was Finn. Hello, Duck. Hello, Finn. Duck, you know that I'm leaving, don't you? Yes. Why do you have to go, Finn? Ever since you came to Sodor, we've had so much fun together. Yes, I know. But you got to realise, Duck, that Britland is my home. I know we were built together on the same railway, but ever since I was built, I moved to Britland. It's another railway where I can be happy. But I thought Sodor was your home. Not really. Britland is. But don't worry, Duck. I will always come back to visit you. Please do. This railway won't be the same without you. Fat Controller came to the shed to see Finn. Well, Finn, it's been an honour having you on this railway. We're going to miss you, but I hope you have a safe trip back to Britland. I will, sir. Oh, and sir, there's something I needed to tell you and Duck. What is it, Finn? My name's not actually Finn. My real name was Rodent. Really? How did you end up with your name, Finn? Finn told the Fat Controller all about it. You see, my control man gave me that name. And Finn told the story. It all started on my own railway. My controller, he was called the Control Man. The Control Man was so proud of me. I always did my job on time. I was never running late. At the sheds, the Control Man spoke to me. Rodent, you are a really useful engine. You make me so proud. Would you like a new name? Oh, yes, please. All right then, how about Finn? Really? Yes. So, after the Control Man called me Finn, I'll tell you why. You see, the Control Man named me after the guy from Glee. On Glee, the guy that played Finn, he died and passed away. It was pretty sad that, and the Control Man was a really big fan of Glee. So, he decided to name me after Finn. So that's how I became Finn the Great Western Engine. I was very happy with my new name. And ever since I came to the island of Sodor, I became friends with all your engines. The Fat Controller was amazed. So, you were named after a guy from Glee? That's right. Ever since he died, the Control Man decided to call me Finn. That's incredible, said the Fat Controller. It sure is. The Fat Controller walked up to Duck. Listen, Duck, I know you're pretty sad because it's time for Finn to go now, but don't worry, I promise that he'll come back and visit. Really? Oh yes, went Finn. And don't worry, Duck, you're not the only Great Western Engine on Sodor. Don't forget you've also got your friend Oliver. The Fat Controller laughed. Finn's right, Duck. If you ever want to talk to another Great Western Engine, go see Oliver. All right then. Well, I best get going. Cheerio. Goodbye, Finn. Come back to Sodor real soon. I will. Goodbye, Duck. Goodbye, Finn. So, Finn chuffed back to the other railway. Duck didn't feel sad anymore, because he knew that Finn would always come back to visit.